Hello and welcome to the Machinist News Network. I'm Deirdre Kanievsky. The Labor and Employment Relations Association, or LERA, is basically a think tank for labor specialists. So at their annual conference this year in D.C., it was no surprise they took on the subject of a turbulent economy and what that means for workers.
How do we encourage our government to work harder to make sure that there's a level playing field and fair economic rules that will keep manufacturing jobs in America?
It was the question on everyone's lips at this year's LERA conference, and one asked by auto workers and manufacturers all over the world. They especially are looking not for a bailout or a handout from the government, but rather a helping hand in exchange for their lifetime of dedication and hard work.
This has not been a recession for the automotive industry. It's really been more like a depression. It's been incredible.
We're talking about a stimulus package which hopefully is going to put more money in people's pockets. They'll go out and buy washing machines and automobiles and homes and do home improvements. If you want to re-stimulate the economy, you can't take money out of consumers' pockets.
With 5 million jobs lost in manufacturing and a loss of more auto jobs since 2000 than what's left in the United States today, labor wants a seat at the table, in the boardroom and in Washington, to work alongside management and help come up with a solution on how to save America. Ford says this practice of working with the union is working for them, and it's one of the reasons they didn't have to ask the government for a bailout.
The bottom line is that Ford Motor Company needs to speak as one, and they need to be involved and intimately understand the union issues. It can't be something like, get out of my office and go talk to the union guys. I don't have time for this.
Management has got their quarterly reports they've got to do. They're worried about the shareholder values on Wall Street. A lot of it is short-term thinking to meet immediate objectives. In the UAW, or the steel workers, or the Teamsters, or SEIU, or any other union, we get a long-term view. We want those jobs there long-term.
Secretary of Labor Hilda Solis, who was honored at LERA this year, says any solution needs to be green if it's going to help the generations of today and tomorrow.
Green jobs won't be a cure-all for everything, but it certainly will be, I think, a hope and desire for our young people, for the future of our country, so that we can help re-energize and get our manufacturing base back in place to, by the way, help the middle class. Because that's really what we're talking about here.
UAW's Bob King told the LERA audience that wage concessions aren't the way to save money, but rather it's American companies staying competitive and viable for the future. For more, you can log on to goim.org. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Machinist News Network.